There, here is a news broadcast that I want us to all watch together. I've spoken a little bit about some of the politics in Oklahoma and how in Oklahoma some of the politicians, particularly in the school board or the school superintendent of the state of Oklahoma, want to immerse Christianity into the school system. And this is pretty much why I think that this is a bad idea and why I think that politics needs to remain secular, because if you give voice to Christian religions, other religions will want their voice as well. So let's go ahead and watch this.
Right, in other news tonight, happening now, Tulsa's City Council is in the spotlight tonight for a prayer at the beginning of a meeting that people, including Governor Kevin Stitt, are calling satanic. News Channel 8's Tanya Motorzitsky has more after speaking with a city councilor who says it's not satanic, but paganism.
A prayer to open up last week's Tulsa City Council meeting made its rounds on social media over the weekend. Priestess Amy McAdams, who's pagan, gave the invocation using the character Medusa from Greek mythology, who has snakes for hair and known for her wrath.
Champions of equality and sacred rage, I call to Medusa, monstrous hero of the oppressed and abused. I open the eye of Medusa, the stare that petrifies injustice.
People, including Governor Kevin Stitt, calling the prayer satanic. City Councilor Krista Patrick, who's also pagan, says her religion is not satanic. Paganism is nature-based and follows the harvest and moon cycle. She says she's sad to hear people misconstrue the message.
If for anyone that actually listened to the prayer, it asked for the strength to fight injustice so that we may achieve equality and peace for all people. And there's nothing evil about those concepts.
I spoke with the priestess on Facebook, Amy McAdams. She says the story of Medusa is actually her fighting for justice, especially women. On Facebook, she tells me, I think where a lot of people get stuck is with the word serpent. Many Christians equate any reference to snakes or serpents directly with Satan, but I am referencing the serpents that make up Medusa's hair. This is classical mythology. Before Christians, snakes were ancient symbols of healing and transformation. Stevie Charas, who saw the video, says this was not done right at all. She says she was once part of the Rotary leadership for invocations. She says it's supposed to be neutral.
Really, I mean, it felt very satanic to me.
Patrick says people from all religions give the invocation.
That everybody could feel like this is their city hall.
Adam says this criticism highlights a bigger issue. The Christian nationalist movement is growing, especially here in Oklahoma. We already have Bibles being pushed in public schools. This is directly taking spiritual liberties and freedoms away from minority religions and those who choose no religion. But I give the invocation that I was invited to give, and simply by being pagan in public, I am somehow threatening religious liberties of those Christian nationalists.
And that was Tanya Motorzitsky reporting. According to the city of Tulsa, a question should be directed to Tulsa City Council.
Okay, so there we have that.
Tonight, News Channel 5
That last story is why I really feel like religious faith needs to be personal and private, and it needs to be left to the various institutions that specialize in worship and teaching their faith. I do not think that government institutions need to be publicly supporting any faith, because in the United States there are so many different beliefs, and then everyone is going to want their opportunity. It's going to be a big confusing mess, and we will be worse off than we ever were before. And this woman went and prayed to Medusa. Now, I personally don't believe in that. I don't think that there's any power in that. But nonetheless, I don't think that there's a lot of spiritual value there. And if it is probably negative. And she talked about, why Christians might think that that is satanic or something. Pretty much, if you're not praying to Christ, according to the Bible, you're not, it's not holy. Let me just put it that way. So, yeah, they just had some unholy prayers in the Tulsa City Council, and unfortunately, I feel like Christians brought that about by trying to push their religion in government. So that's why that should be left alone, and religion needs to be left to religious institutions and not the government at all. That's my opinion. Thank you. Bye.